I'm Anil Kumar, and here is a very good test problem on reciprocal functions. Determine the equation of the form f of x equals to 1 over kx minus c for the function with vertical asymptote at x equals to minus 1 and y-intercept at minus 0.25. Roughly sketch the original graph of the above reciprocal function. I'd like you to pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestion. Now what we are given here is a function f of x which is equal to 1 over kx minus c. So it is reciprocal of a linear function. Now in this case we are given that the vertical asymptote is at x equals to minus 1. What does that mean? It means that for x equals to minus 1, denominator is 0, right? So we can substitute value of x as minus 1 in the denominator and equate it to 0. So we get k times minus 1 minus c equals to 0. Correct? So that gives us minus k minus c equals to 0. Or we can say k is equal to, so if we bring k to the side, equals to minus c. So that is one relation between these two unknowns, right? Now let us use the second condition, which is y-intercept at minus 0.25. Now we are given y-intercept at 0.25. That means the point is 0 for x and the y value is minus 0.25, right? So that is what it is given. It really means that, let me divide this page and then we'll further investigate, right? It means that f of 0 is equal to minus 0.25. It's minus 0.25. Now what is f of 0? F of 0, we need to find the value of x so that f of 0 is minus 0.25. So let us replace x with 0. F of 0 is when x is 0, right? So it will be equal to 1 over k times 0 minus c. Is it okay? Which is, in fact, we can write this as minus 0.25. It's good to write it in fractions. Minus is quarter, right? So 1 over 4 is equal to, here what do we get? 1 over minus c. Do you see that? 1 over minus c. Now from here we can calculate what c is. If you cross multiply minus 1 times minus c, you get c equals to 4 times 1. So you get c as plus 4. Now earlier we found that k is actually equals to minus c. Therefore from here we can say k should be equals to minus c, which is minus 4. Perfect. So that is how we can get the value for k and c, and then we can write down our function. So now substituting the values as c equals to 4 and k equals to minus 4 for the function, we get f of x equals to 1 over k is minus 4 minus 4x and c is 4 minus 4. Correct? That is what the function is. Right? So you could also write this as equals to minus 1 over 4x plus 4. Right? Now as you can see here, if you can take 4 common, then we get x plus 1 as a factor, and at x equals to minus 1, that is going to be 0. So we have a vertical asymptote at x equals to minus 1. And if I substitute x as 0, I get y-intercept at minus 0.25. Do you get the point? So that is how we can get the function. So that part we have done. Now let's look into the second part, which is roughly sketch the original graph of the above reciprocal function. Now the original graph means the linear function kx minus c. So in our case, the linear function is minus 4x minus 4. So let us sketch this graph. So we'll sketch it here. So when I say it is minus 4 minus 4x, it really means that if x is 0, then the y-intercept is minus 4, correct? Minus. Let us say this is minus 4 for us. And the slope is minus 4 for this function, right? So minus 4 means the graph is going downwards, right? So it is like sloping downwards. Now, in this particular case, we can find the value for when x is 0, what is y-intercept? That is minus 4. But when do you have the y value is 0? So the y value for this function, we are trying to sketch, let us say the linear function L of x equals to minus 4x minus 4. Is that okay? So this is going to be 0 for x equals to 1, right? If x is rather minus 1. So if x is minus 1, we get it 0. So it is a straight line which is kind of like this. Do you see that? Going downwards. So the line will have the x value, x-intercept at minus 1, and the y-intercept will be at minus 4. Correct? So that is how it is going to be. Well, we should have guessed it from the given criteria. We are saying that the vertical asymptote is at x equals to minus 1. Therefore, the linear line should have a 0 at minus 1. And the reciprocal of this will indeed have a vertical asymptote at this point. Do you get the idea? And the reciprocal y-intercept is 0.25 with a negative sign. Reciprocal of minus 4 is 1 over minus 4. Do you see that? So that is how it is going to be. I hope you understand and appreciate now how to get back the reciprocal of the reciprocal. Thank you and all the best.